Welcome to the Museum of Richmond's video on how to make a origami star. To make this star you will need a piece of paper and a pair of scissors. Now when making origami you do need to start with a piece of square paper, but most paper we have around our houses today is rectangle like this piece of A4. But there's a quick and simple trick you can do to turn this rectangle into a square. So if you have it on the table in front of you, landscape, so the long edge lying horizontally, take the bottom left hand corner up to the top edge like that, fold it down and carefully take your scissors and cut along this edge, and there you will have a square ready for us to make our star with. So for the first step you take the bottom edge, fold it up to the top, so you're folding it in half. The fold needs to be at the bottom. If it isn't, this will mean your star doesn't work later on. First, you take the bottom left-hand corner, fold it up to the top edge, and then unfold it. Then you take the top left-hand corner, bring it down to the bottom edge, fold it, and then unfold it. So what your two folds should have made is a nice big cross going across the paper like this. You don't need to draw it in pen, I'm just doing it to make it easier for you guys to see in the video. So for the next step, you take the bottom right hand corner and bring it up to the middle of that cross that you just made and smooth it down. Then you bring that point over again to the fold that we just made, like that, and smooth it down. So you should have what looks a little bit like an ice cream cone on that right hand side. Next we bring that fold that we were always keeping at the bottom up to touch that fold we just made, like that. Then you turn the whole thing over and then bring the left hand side over to the right hand side, and there we are done with our folding. Now what we need to do now is to make a cut that will make the points of our stars. Now depending on how pointy you want your star, you will cut it at different angles. So I'm going to draw another line on here to make this a little bit easier to see. So here we have a right angle, 90 degrees, and you're always going to be making a cut from this point on this side of the line. Okay, so if you wanted a star that didn't have a very pointy points, you would cut a small angle like this one. This one's only about 30 degrees. So if I cut along that line, this bit here that I've decorated, that's the area that will make up your star. So if we unfold this now, you'll see that this isn't very pointy at all. In fact, it looks more like a pentagon. So we need to have another go. We need to cut a slightly bigger angle. So on this one, we've done an angle of about 60 degrees. So if I cut along this green line, and we unfold the shape, there you'll see we have a much pointier star. But if I wanted a really thin and pointy star, I'd need to cut a much bigger angle, something like 75 degrees. So if I cut along this purple line here and unfold it, you'll see I've got a much pointier star. So it's completely up to you how pointy or not pointy you want your star, but as long as you cut from this point here to the left of this line, you will end up with your own origami star, just like that. Then you can decorate them like I have done with this one if you like, or if you really wanted to go for it, you can make your own constellation collage like this one, where I've made a few different origami stars, stuck them to some black card and decorated with a few more star stickers as well. But it's completely up to you. Have fun with it. Thank you very much for watching.